Have you ever stopped to consider the secret lives of the food we eat? Have you ever wondered if something as ordinary as a banana could hold a hidden surprise, maybe even a tiny bit of danger? Probably not. It seems a bit far-fetched, doesn't it? Bananas are a staple in our diets, on cereal, in smoothies, or just as a convenient and healthy snack. They seem utterly harmless, a simple source of potassium. But here's a twist. Bananas are, believe it or not, ever so slightly radioactive. Don't panic! No need to throw out your bunch just yet. This isn't a mutant fruit story ripped from the pages of a comic book. It's a fascinating peek into the science that's quietly humming along, hidden in plain sight in our everyday life. Radiation sounds scary, conjuring images of glowing goo and hazardous waste, but it's actually a natural and unavoidable part of our world, present in the soil beneath our feet, the distant stars in the night sky, and yes, even the food we eat every day. The banana is just a fun and slightly quirky example of how science, often in surprising ways, pops up in the most unexpected places. So, after all this talk about radioactivity, are bananas actually safe to eat? Absolutely. But the real story, the science behind it all, is even more fascinating and worth exploring. We'll dive into the world of atoms, explore the elements that make up everything around us, and understand why a tiny bit of radiation, in this case, is really nothing to fear at all. By the end of this, you'll not only have a cool science fact to share with your friends, but also zero reason whatsoever to skip enjoying your favorite potassium-rich fruit. So, let's peel back the layers, both literally and figuratively, and discover the fascinating truth about banana radiation and the science that governs it. Because science, as you'll soon see, is truly everywhere, even sitting right there in your fruit bowl. Ready to embark on this slightly bananas, but totally scientific adventure? Then let's not waste any time and get started. Consider this. Science is not only informative, but it's also undeniably cool. Radiation sounds intense, right? It often conjures up images of something dangerous and otherworldly. We picture glowing green goo or ominous hazard signs, things that seem straight out of a science fiction movie. But in reality, it's actually just energy, moving from one place to another. Think of it as a fundamental aspect of the universe. It's all around us. Sunlight, the warmth on your skin, radio waves, carrying music and information through the air, microwaves. These are all forms of non-ionizing radiation, a type of energy that doesn't alter atoms, and they're perfectly safe for us to be around. We interact with them constantly in our daily lives. The kind that gets attention, and sometimes a bad reputation, is ionizing radiation, which has enough energy to change atoms and molecules. It can actually knock electrons off of them. Large doses of ionizing radiation can be harmful, like X-rays, used in medical imaging, which is why doctors use them carefully, minimizing exposure and protecting patients. But here's the key: dose matters. The amount of radiation we're exposed to makes all the difference. Tiny amounts are everywhere, in the air, the soil, even in our food, and our bodies handle them daily without any problems. We've evolved to cope with this background radiation. The radiation in bananas is so minuscule it's barely measurable, it's harmless. You'd have to eat an absurd amount to even get close to a concerning level. In fact, you get more radiation from just living on Earth, from cosmic rays and naturally occurring elements, than from eating a banana. It's all about perspective and understanding the scale. The dose makes the poison, a fundamental principle in toxicology. A little is nothing to worry about. Context is key. Our bodies are built to handle small natural doses. It's part of our everyday existence. So, banana radiation? Totally safe. It's a natural part of life, not a threat. It's just another element of the world around us. Science helps us see the difference, separating fact from fiction. Let's keep going and see where banana radiation comes from. What makes this fruit a source of radiation? Onward. Have you ever wondered why bananas are sometimes associated with radioactivity? The answer lies in a single element: potassium. Bananas are known for being packed with potassium, an absolutely essential nutrient that plays a vital role in maintaining healthy nerves, strong muscles, and a regular healthy heartbeat. It's crucial for overall bodily function. Now, most potassium is perfectly stable and safe, but a very tiny fraction of it, specifically potassium-40, is a naturally occurring radioactive isotope. These potassium-40 atoms will occasionally release a small burst of energy as they undergo radioactive decay. However, this phenomenon isn't unique to bananas at all. In fact, any food that's naturally rich in potassium will contain it, including potatoes, various types of beans, and even nuts that we enjoy. Bananas simply get the spotlight in this case, largely because they're so well known for their high potassium content. But the actual amount of potassium-40 present in a banana is incredibly, almost negligibly small. So when you eat a banana, your body efficiently uses the potassium that it needs for its various functions, and then naturally gets rid of any excess. The tiny, trace amount of potassium-40 simply passes right through your system. Remember, our bodies are already naturally full of potassium, so eating a banana really doesn't make any significant difference to your overall radiation exposure. It's all part of a completely natural and harmless process. So, there's absolutely no need to worry at all, just relax and enjoy your delicious and nutritious fruit. Now let's take a look at how the radiation from a banana actually compares to other common sources of radiation that we encounter every day. How much radiation do you get from a banana? Scientists use microsieverts to measure tiny doses. Eating a banana gives you about 0.1 microsieverts. For context, you get about 10 microsieverts of background radiation every day just by existing. You'd have to eat 100 bananas in a day to match your daily background dose. A cross-country flight, that's about 40 microsieverts, equal to 400 bananas. A chest X-ray, 1,000 bananas. Even your own body is naturally radioactive, giving you about 400 microsieverts a year. Sleeping next to someone, you both share a tiny bit of radiation. Compared to these, banana radiation is tiny. It's all normal, safe, and unavoidable. Bananas are just a fun way to talk about it. No need to worry, keep snacking. Let's wrap it up. So should you worry about banana radiation? Not at all. Bananas are healthy, packed with nutrients, and the radiation is so tiny it's meaningless. You'd need to eat millions of bananas at once to get a dangerous dose. Impossible. The real risk is a stomachache, not radiation. This story shows how science can sound scary without context. The numbers prove bananas are safe and delicious. Fun fact: large shipments of bananas can sometimes set off radiation alarms at ports. Next time you eat a banana, remember, you're holding a healthy snack with a cool science secret. Science is everywhere, even in your fruit. Now that's appealing. Thank you for joining us on this scientific adventure. Remember, curiosity makes the world a more fascinating place. Stay curious, stay healthy, and keep exploring the wonders around you. See you next time.